everybody. Welcome to another installment of Biology from the Basement, non-educational version. The purpose of this video is to make up for all those projector warming up stories that some of you really liked and I loved telling. I just wanted to maybe take some time to catch you up on my life and how things are going and what's been going on at La Casa del Andraco. And just let you know that I've been thinking about you, and I'm really bummed that we're not going back to school. This just really makes me sad. I have to go into my classroom on Wednesday, the 13th, and clear everything out and clean everything out like the year is over. So it's very sad that we're kind of packing up the year, because I really enjoyed being with you guys, and I miss you a whole lot. So I just wanted to express that and talk about some other things. So let's have a fact of the day so we can get started with all the things non-educational that I'd like to give you. You know me, I love cleaning and learning more about being a better cleaner. And the funny thing is that when you load the dishwasher, they encourage you to rotate the orientation of your spoons so that the spoons don't rest inside of each other. Now, you would think that they would refer to this process of two spoons resting inside of each other as spooning, but the technical term in dishwasher language is called nesting. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but anyways, that's what they call it. So anyways, here we go. I got a little list to make sure I talk about a few things. First thing is this table. Let me tell you guys about this table. This is what I was doing on Thursdays after school. I was going to this cool wood shop on Star Road that was open, and I took all this nice cherry that I got from Lime Hollow through the years that I had scavenged and saved up and got from different sources, and I milled it and cut it and planed it, and I did the whole thing. And so this is kind of a butcher's block table of a cross section, and I just love this table. It's a nice height working table. As you can see, this is me standing on it. If you could see underneath it, I use like 2-inch thick piping as legs. So this baby is solid as a rock. So I'm very proud of my table. I love this thing. So it's been a great addition. I'm glad I got it done right before the world closed down and my shop closed down, that I got this thing out and I got it put together. So that was one thing. As far as the world closing down, we were safe on toilet paper. In case you were wondering, I don't know what your toilet paper status was, but that was the first big concern. We were fine. We had an Amazon subscription, so we do the subscribe and save on toilet paper. Who knew that we had a lock on a toilet paper supply? Luckily, we have lots of friends up north in Preble and whatever that have been helping us with chicken and beef and things like that, so we haven't had any shortages of meat. Be thankful we live in a wonderful place like Cortland that is surrounded by farms, that has the ability to feed all of its people without relying on many other areas. So that was a nice thing that I came to the realization of. Let's see. The big scares for me personally, as you know, as one who eats a giant peanut butter and jelly sandwich most days, fourth period, specifically knows this, that Jif Crunchy disappeared from the shelves. And that's what made me nervous. Also, Red Raspberry Preserves, gone. Who knew that my favorite PBJ, Jif Crunchy, and Red Raspberry Preserves is also, just by proof of the emptiness of the shelves of those two products, that it was also the favorite of many other people. So yes, I know you use red raspberry preserves on toast and things like that, but I'm just saying it made me feel a little bit more normal that people also love Jif and red raspberry preserves. My unscented Tide Pods also couldn't be found. That was a tough one. I was wearing clothes with Tide Pods that had scent on it. You know how I am about smells and stuff. So that was a little annoying. But we're back on the unscented train. Let's see. Oh, I'm sure those of you who are Lego lovers watched Lego Masters. We watched Lego Masters and got super into it, where we had our own competition. Oh, I didn't bring my Gizmo gadget. We had a competition. I'll bring it to the next lecture and I'll explain. It cures coronavirus, actually. I'm not ready to unveil it. It hasn't been tested yet, but we've had many competitions of building things, who can build the best car, who can build the best whatever. And one day we just said, let's build Gizmo gadgets. So we just started randomly putting Legos together to build funny things. And turns out mine cures the coronavirus. So I'll show you how it works before the next presentation that I give for you. Speaking of that, I was using the Lego Masters in helping to teach the boys because like the basics of the show is the Lego master builders come and check out everybody's builds and says this is good. Well, maybe you want to add this or do this, and so I was kind of using that as a way to get them to do their homework a little bit better. But that wore out. The best method that I found is the Chromebook needs to have a juice box, a maybe some fruit snacks, a Baby Bell cheese. I'm concerned about the amount of Baby Bell cheese that Dell has consumed in the last month or two. It's a lot. Many Baby Bell cheeses have been eaten, like 6 in one day. I'm not allowing this. It's just like, also, how many did you eat? Oh boy. So he's okay, but I'm just saying, whew. But yes, they need to be well plied with food while they're sitting at their computer. So if you're finding yourself struggling to get work, learn from my 5 and 6-year-old that if you have a drink and a snack and maybe some good music playing in the background, maybe that's your homeostasis to get to work. So that seems to work so far because I've been like half servant, just like sneaking them food to keep them kind of occupied while they're coloring or drawing or whatever. And then, but I've also got to be a slave driver, like, yo, get back in, so that's been kind of tough. But I will say it's been very rewarding in that I'm getting to learn or help Dell learn to read. And I'm getting to watch Dell read and learn words. And so that's pretty awesome. Not every parent, I'm sure your parents, didn't get to watch you like specifically and teach you to learn how to read. They just sent you to school and then one day you come home and you're like, holy cow, you know how to read, like. So it's been really great to be an active part of the reading process with Dell and helping Sam with his numbers and his letters. He's in pre-K 4 as a 5-year-old, so he'll be going to kindergarten next year. So he's just doing numbers and letters this year. But Dell is as a kindergartner at St. Mary's, he's learning how to read. So it's been really fun watching that. So that's been good, even though it's been very difficult. I've been the main educator as my wife is engaged in all of her projects and art things and whatever. So I've taken the full teacher. I do all my morning stuff for you guys, and they get to watch How to Train Your Dragon or Octonauts or they got into some weird shows that we had to regulate, but yes, and then we get them into their work time when I'm done. Of course, we're also having dance parties. I wish you could see some of Sam's moves. He is He has really got the rhythm. And he's also been able to climb up the sides of the doorway. So he's also turning into a little monkey. We've been going on lots of walks and bike rides. We did both today. We went for a walk, which was more of a Pokemon walk. Dell is very much into Pokemon Go still. He's talked my brother-in-law Ryan and my sister-in-law Shayla, Henry's mom, who has Pokemon Go, into all being friends. And we've been giving gifts and doing all that stuff. So, you know, it's not a walk when you have Pokemon Go involved. It's a standstill while they play Pokemon Go. It's not as much going as I thought there was going to be. So luckily, we also included the bike rides, which are good. What was the last weekend? We had some really nice weather, so the boys got to fly some kites. We went up to like Reed Seeds, where seed stock is held up on the top of the hill there on your way to Virgil. We know Chris Merkley and the Reed Seeds people, and so we went up there and we got to fly some kites. The boys really had a great memory of that. I've obviously fallen into the Reddit and the YouTube hole many times over. And so there's a few that I've seen that have been pretty funny. I'd share them with you, but some of them aren't really appropriate. So we'll just leave that for another day. There's Zoom trivia going on upstairs, which I have been a part of, but I started getting annoyed with it because the people weren't using like trivia questions. It's not like stuff I was doing like Office trivia, or what I do, Simpsons trivia. Last week I did famous Teds, like with Ted Bundy and Ted Kaczynski and Ted Cruz. There's a zillion famous Teds out there, so I did famous Teds. And people know Teddy Roosevelt, right? He was an easy one for people, but other people were like Googling random facts. It would be like if I gave you a fact of the day like I normally do that's like a specific number, and I was like, in what year did Nikola Tesla do the you don't know, like nobody knows that stuff off the top of their head except for those Jeopardy champions that are fighting this week. But anyways, so yeah, I'm taking a break from Zoom trivia this week. We'll come back next week and razzle dazzle them with some more famous Teds. You'd be surprised how many famous Teds there are. We've also fell down the Disney Plus rabbit hole, literally rabbit hole. I'm sure most of you already seen it, but those of you who are Disney Plus subscribers, if you have not watched the short, it's like 5 minutes long, it's called Presto. If you have not seen it, it is the most hilarious thing that we've seen in a long time. The boys and I probably have watched it 15 or 20 times. It's only 5 minutes long, so we just keep watching it. And I guarantee you will not feel like you've lost 5 minutes of your life. So Disney Plus, Presto. And anybody can reply to this if you have seen Disney Plus Presto and agree with me. So that's a good one. In other news that I'm sure you have been concerned about is Cousin Henry. Don't worry. We have been pretty much socially distanced, right, from Cousin Henry and the whole family across the street. We can wave hi at them, but, they can't come in our house and we can't go in their house. So I just want you to know that the quality of life is good. Okay, Cousin Henry is staying over there across the street in his house. I'm here, safe in my basement, and everything is fine. The social distancing has been great. A couple other funny things that I'll finish with is Dell. Dell has been doing this thing, and I'm sure it's probably an SNL skit or should be an SNL skit. um, is that Del will just start singing these songs that are like really mean. You know, he'll just be like, la la la, you're so ugly. La la la, you're so ugly. I can't stand your face. You're so ugly. I can't stand your ugly face. And so, you know, and I'm just like, Del, what are you doing? And he's like, what? I'm just singing a song. It's not about anybody in particular. And it's just, it's just, it's just really comical. He's done it many times, you know. It's basically like, you know, I hate blah 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 blah. This person is so dumb and they don't know anything. He's just singing these silly songs that are just so mean. And of course, me and Sam are constantly in that room while he's singing the "You're So Stupid" or "You're So Ugly" song. Um, so I don't know. I don't know if Del understands what passive aggressive is, and he's just mastered it already, or what. But who knows? But one of my favorite things is, though, and this is what I'll finish on, is Sam is at the perfect age of 5, where he is running around like a crazy person. We get to play baseball and ride bikes and do all that stuff. But Sam also is a man who knows his limits. And there will just be times in the middle of the day where Sam will just be like, Daddy, who wants to snuggle with Sam? And he'll like hold up his blankie, you know, and have his pillow. And I'll be like, you know I do. And of course, we got this nice big comfy couch downstairs. And Sam and I just cuddle up and have a little afternoon snooze and wake up and take on the evening, and then ride bikes, and then go to bed and do everything over and over and over again into the end of whenever we decide to open the world back up. So I just wanted to, you know, catch you up on a few things. I don't want to ramble on for 45 minutes, which I could, because I really do miss you guys. I think about all the exchanges that we've had through the years. I don't want to name any names because I'm afraid I'm going to leave everybody out, anybody out. But you're all very, 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 very important to me. Whether we argued respectfully or whether we just laughed and enjoyed each other's sense of humor, or I just respected your hard work or your intelligence or your ability to question authority, or, I mean, you guys have so many good qualities. You remind me a lot of the class of 2020. I'm actually working on a little speech video to send to them as well, because I'm feeling really bad for them, as I am for you guys, and that you're not going to get to finish out your year, you know, the way you normally would. You know, a senior skip day and a mental health day here and there is one thing, but it's nice to gather with other people, and I hope that we'll do that soon. So either whenever I see you, please, you know, in physical form, please say hi. Zach, I caught you in the park the other day with my boy, so so yes, you may bump into me here or there. So all right. Well, this is Andraco signing off, just letting you know. I hope all is well, and I'm sorry you didn't learn anything from this video. Even this is wrong, right? You know, you don't speak from the mouth. You know, it's your mouth, it's your tongue, it is your sinuses, as well as your larynx, your voice box working with your diaphragm. All of those parts of your body is how you speak. So you didn't even learn anything there. All right. Well, this is Andraco signing off, and I hope that you guys all are well. Email me with any stories or anything you want to share with me, pics, vids, whatever. I would love to hear from you, and I am signing out. Have a good one.